So there's a lot of people in the Destiny community that are like legends. You know, like everybody knows Syntax 7, Broman, Gothalion, Jay Sniperton. You know, these are rock stars. These are the Eddie Van Halens of Destiny. But there's people walking around that are just badasses that you'll never even hear of because, you know, they don't stream. They don't have YouTube channels and whatnot. So today I want to tell you the story of my friend BobWithNoMic. So back in the day, way before I was in a clan, you know, there was a couple, three of us. We used to always raid together. It was me, DJ the Great, who taught me how to do every raid encounter, and BobWithNoMic. And Bob was always like our clutch anchor. But of course, you know, Bob didn't have a mic. He was mute. So anyway, we're about to do Wrath of the Machine one day. We're in LFG hell, and you know, we're in a tower. We start organizing, and of course, you know, they got the one loud motherfucker that's talking about cheese strategies for this encounter and whatnot, and interrogating us. You know, trying to find out if we know, you know, what we're doing. Then it comes out, of course, that, you know, Bob don't have no mic. So he takes, you know, he's offended by this because, you know, you can't do this raid without a mic. You can't communicate and blah, blah, blah. You know, all that kind of bullshit. So, you know, the conversation is escalating for a while. You know, we're trying not to get out of hand with it because, you know, the whole time this dude is talking shit about Bob. Bob's just standing there, you know, being cool, like, you know, not saying nothing. So like as an olive branch to make the dude feel better, you know, the only thing Bob's done is Bob has gone ahead and equipped his head-to-toe Wrath of the Machine raid gear, kind of like, yo, man, don't worry about it, I know what I'm doing. The dude doesn't even notice. He doesn't know what he's looking at. So finally, you know, I get pissed off a little bit, and I'm like, yo, man, don't even worry about Bob. Bob's going to hang with me. Bob's going to be my partner during this raid. Y'all just don't worry about what the fuck we're doing. Worry about what the fuck you're doing. That kind of squashed the whole thing. So it was cool, you know, cool, whatever. So, you know, I turned to, like, you know, make eye contact with Bob after all this is over with. And Bob is sitting there, and Bob's going down on one knee as if to say, like, yo, man, respect. Which, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, that still kind of chokes me up to this day because, you know, I think Bob was, like, that kind of dude. But anyway, so, you know, long story short, of course, you know, as you know, in LFG, the motherfucker that talks the most shit is usually the one that dies the most. So me and Bob are holding down the left side. You know, I'm keeping the Azure Bay with the Dragon's Breath. Bob keeps having to run all the way to the right side to pick up Mr. Trials gear. And, you know, Bob really wasn't one, you know, for confrontation, but every time he did go and res him, he did teabag him the entire time. But, you know, shit would kind of get hairy on my side because I'm by myself because I really didn't have anything to equip to deal with the captain. But that was the thing about Bob. So Bob's picking up the other dude, and all of a sudden, you know, you hear that shita, and then, you know, like a tether would come out of nowhere, hit the captain in the face. And that was the thing about Bob. Like, even when shit got hairy as fuck, even when Bob wasn't there, Bob was still there. You knew that Bob could be in space, in orbit, and shit go wrong in the Vault of the Glass. All of a sudden, Bob would show up and just set it off, and there'd be shade stepping, and like there'd be more smoke in the Axis Challenge than a Cheech and Chong movie. It was that kind of dude. But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, if you in LFG or you end up in a random group in an activity and you happen to run across a dude or dudette that is a mute, give that person a chance because you might be missing out on the opportunity to run with a raid god. And that is the story of BobWithNoMic. Ha! Bad.